boys and girls, day 2 of your multiplicative comparisons. I'm hoping yesterday went smoothly, and I'm thinking if you've been watching Fam 5 videos, if you watched the video I provided you yesterday for the lesson, I think we should be pretty good. Specifically if you're using that box method like I've been showing you multiple times, right? So we're going to do more multiplicative comparisons today, and this example will be a little bit more similar to what you saw in Fantastic 5 this week. So yesterday's questions were where we didn't know the large number. The large part was unknown. Today is going to be where the small part is unknown, and here's like the perfect example of why I like the box method. Yesterday, you could just take those numbers, multiply, and get the answer. You can't do that today. Okay, so you can't just see times as many and automatically think, ooh, multiply. That's why I think box method instead. So we'll do what we did yesterday. I'm going to do 3 for you, and then we'll do 3 where you pause, solve, and then watch before you do your assignment. So number 1 says there were 24 adults in line at a movie theater. That is 3 times the number of children in line. The question's asking how many children were in line at the theater. So again, I see times as many or 3 times the number. So I'm automatically thinking box method, pulling out what I'm comparing. And in this case, I'm comparing the number of adults to children. So I got an A, I've got a C. And what I need to start doing, and I keep getting out of this habit, and I want you guys to do it too, so I need to start doing it. I need to put a star beside one of these. I need to look at the question and look what it's asking. If it wants to know how many children are in line, I need to go ahead and put that star beside that C before I do any math, before I do any drawing. All right, so now I got to figure out how many boxes I'm going to draw, and that's always going to come from times as many. So it says that is 3 times the number of children in line. It doesn't say exactly who those 3 boxes belong to. It just says that. You got to figure out who that is referring to. So go back to the beginning and read it. 24 adults in line at a movie theater. That is 3 times the number of children in line. That being the 24 adults, meaning the adults get 3 boxes and the children automatically get 1. So here's where this is different than yesterday, but similar to what you've seen in Fantastic 5. Take what the problem gives you. It tells you there's 24 adults. That 24 has nothing to do with those children. The 24 is only for the adult boxes. Now that doesn't mean I'm going to put 24 here, 24 here, 24 here, because that's going to give me 72. That's way more adults than I had. I'm going to do what I've been doing and say that these adult boxes are equal to 24. And what I have to do now is I got to take those 24 adults and split them between those 3 boxes. Because again, that children's box doesn't have anything to do with that number. So if you know your math, 24 divided by 3 would give you 8, which means that you're going to put 8 in each of those boxes. And if you have 8 in the boxes at the top, you're also going to have 8 in the box down below. So the question is asking how many children were in line at the theater. Look at your star, look at your picture. That would have been 8. What always happens here is a lot of people see 24, they see 3 times, and they do 24 times 3, and they choose their answer. Got to be careful. Use that box method. All right, so we'll look at a couple more examples. Oops. Number 2, it says on Friday night, a restaurant sold 6 times as many salads as they sold steaks. If they sold 9 salads, how many steaks did they sell? All right, 6 times as many. Box method goes off in my head, and I'm going to pull out what I am comparing. I'm comparing the number of steaks they sold to the salads they sold. Now I'm going to put an SA for salad, ST for steak, and now I just got to read and figure out who's going to get my boxes. Well, it says they sold 6 times as many salads as steaks, which means salad's going to get those 6 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and steak automatically gets 1. And now it just comes down to the information that they provided me. It says they sold 9 salads. Again, that doesn't mean 9 salads goes in That's not making any sense, Mr. Huber. Let me change this number. Whoops. Let's make that 18. Let's say they sold 18 salads. Apologies. That 18 does not go in every single box. I just know that the salads boxes are equal to 18. Now what I do with that 18 is I'm going to split them evenly between the boxes of salads. That 18's got nothing to do with steaks. So I'm going to divide that 18 by 6. And if you know your facts, you can do that pretty quick. You know that there's going to be 3 salads in each of those boxes. And if there's 3 in the boxes up top, you're going to have 3 in the steak box. I forgot my star. The question asked, how many steaks did they sell? And if I'm looking at my picture, that one would be 3. All right, we'll look at one more. And I do feel like I'm going a little bit faster through today's questions than I was yesterday. And I think the only reason I'm doing that is because I feel that you guys are going to be a little more comfortable doing these because we've been doing them in Fantastic Five for 4 days? 4 days now. Or at least you've gotten to see me go over them a few times. All right, number 3, last one that we'll do together. It says, on Monday, a pet store sold 10 dogs. They sold... Let's sell a bunch of dogs. On Monday, a pet store sold 72 dogs. They sold 8 times as many dogs as they sold cats. How many cats did they sell? Times as many. Box method. What am I comparing? Cats to dogs. Pull them out. Don't forget your star. The question wants to know how many cats. So I'm going to put a star beside that C. And now I'll draw my picture. Okay, so I got to figure out where my boxes are going. It says 8 times as many. Somebody's getting 8 boxes. It says 8 times as many dogs, which means that we're getting 8 boxes here. And 1 box here. And I'm just going to use the information that it gives me. It says they sold 72 dogs, meaning that these boxes here are going to be equal to 72. That 72 has nothing to do with your cats. So now I got to take those 72 dogs. I got to split them evenly between those 8 boxes. 72 divided by 8, going to give me 9. So I got 9 dogs in each of those boxes. And if I got 9 in the boxes up top, I got 9 in the box below. If the question wants to know how many cats did they sell, that answer there would be 9. So again, box method, super helpful. And all you do is use what it gives you. This is another one of those questions where it feels like cheating. I'm just using what they give me. All right, so let me clear this out real quick. Maybe. So I'm going to read it. I want you to pause it. I want you to solve it. And I want you to come back and watch it. It says, at the state fair, for every ticket Frank spent on games, he spent 4 times as many on rides. If he spent 36 tickets on rides, how many did he spend on games? Again, we see times as many. So we know we got a box method here. We know we are comparing the number of tickets that he spent on games and rides. So we got games, we got rides. The question wants to know how many did he spend on games. So I'm going to put my star next to the G there. And now I'm going to draw my picture here. So 4 times as many means somebody's going to get 4 boxes. And it says he spent, for every ticket Frank spent on games, he spent 4 times as many on rides. So 4 times as many on rides means rides gets the 4 boxes. Games automatically gets 1. And now I just got to look at the other piece of info that it gave me. And it says that he spent 36 tickets on rides. That has nothing to do with games. I know that the picture for my rides is equal to 36. So I now need to split those 36 tickets between my 4 boxes for rides. And I know that that would give me, what is it? I thought I saw somebody on the roof out there. That would give me 9. And if there's 9 in those boxes, you've got 9 in the boxes for games. When it asks how many did he spend on games, that answer would have been 9. So if you use the box method and you got 9, awesome, awesome job. All right, moving right along. We'll do two more together. It says Vanessa sends 32 text messages a day. Vanessa sends 4 times as many text messages a day than her friend Mike. How many text messages per day, or I'm sorry, how many text messages does Mike spend per day? Pause, solve, watch. I saw 4 times as many. I know I'm doing my box method. I know that I'm comparing Vanessa to Mike and the number of texts that they send. I'm going to pull them both out. And I'm going to go ahead and put a star beside Mike because that's what the question's asking. And since it says 4 times as many, somebody's getting 4 boxes, and it's going to be Vanessa because it says she sends 4 times as many as Mike. Mike will automatically get 1. And the only other piece of information that it gave me was that Vanessa sends 32 text messages a day, meaning her 4 boxes are equal to 32. Since that has nothing to do with Mike, I would split those 32 text messages evenly between her 4 boxes. And since I know my facts so well, I know 32 divided by 4 is going to give me 8. So I'm going to drop 8 in all of those boxes, including the box below, because all those boxes are considered equal. And since I know that's where my star is, when it says how many text messages does Mike send per day, that would be 8. Again, I feel comfortable that you guys are doing well on these just because you've seen them a little bit more than what we saw yesterday. Last one I want you to do, and again, just pause it, watch it, solve it. It says Cody uses 8 oranges to make a large glass of orange juice. He uses 2 times as many oranges for a large glass than a small glass. How many oranges will he need for a small glass? So, times as many, box method. What am I comparing? Large glass to a small glass. They both use oranges, but we're comparing the difference between large and small. There's my L, there's my S. Small glass is going to get the star because that's what it was asking for. And now I just got to draw my picture. He uses 2 times, 2 boxes, as many oranges for a large glass than a small glass. That means the large glass is going to get those 2 boxes, and the small glass automatically gets 1. The only other number or piece of info that it gave us was that Cody uses 8 oranges for a large glass. So the large glass boxes are going to be equal to 8. And since that small glass box has nothing to do with that 8, I'm going to take those 8 oranges and split them evenly between the 2 large glass boxes, which I know would give me 4. And in my small box, I would put 4 as well. And since I know what I'm asking for, or what I'm being asked, it would take me 4 oranges for a small glass. So again, that right there is the beauty of Fantastic Five. You've seen that before. Some people are going to be seeing that for the first time today, and they might have a little bit more trouble than you guys. If you've been watching those videos, I think you're in good shape. If you're using the box method, you're in good shape. Now look, I've told you this. We've only been in school a few weeks, but I've told you this probably 20 times. It's not my way or the highway. If you've got a way that works for this one, just like yesterday, do it. If you're getting the right answer, do it. If you're more comfortable doing that. But if you ever get to a point where you're consistently missing one of these questions, one of these multiplicative comparisons, it doesn't hurt to know how to do that box method. So keep that in mind. All right. It's Thursday, so you should have an assignment right below this. I think it's 10 questions. Box method, knock it out. Don't use your calculators. You shouldn't have to. Good luck, guys.